what the heck is going on with the Bitcoin network? That's what I want to talk about today. Why are there over 400,000 unconfirmed transactions? Why are the transaction fees skyrocketing, if people want to call it that? And more importantly, is this a bad thing or good thing for Bitcoin? If you guys want to know what we're doing with our cryptocurrencies, how much of a portfolio Bitcoin makes up for us, you have to check out a link to the CT Club that is down below in the video description. In addition, if you guys are enjoying these daily videos, you got to hit like and subscribe because we're putting them out daily. Yesterday, we all woke up to the news that Bitcoin was congested. Binance was halting Bitcoin withdrawals, but I think that might have been a separate issue. We'll be covering that in a future video as well, but let's stick to what's happening actually on the network itself. There was a big upgrade that happened November 2021, so it's been a while, called Taproot. This one allowed for a lot more functionality on the Bitcoin network with these transactions, allowing for more options for privacy, more options for scalability, and things like smart contracts. Taproot's been out for a while, it's been tested, and you might have heard of these NFTs on the Bitcoin network called ordinals. And side note, for those of you who are interested in learning more about these ordinals, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below, and I'd be happy to do a new video talking about the new collections that are coming out there. It's basically Taproot, that upgrade allowed for a lot more functionality, and then as you know, maybe the code for what's included in a transaction is tweaked here and there, additional data is being included in these transactions and these special new types of transactions that can now happen on the Bitcoin network, and it's led to a huge amount of unconfirmed transactions. I think the price of transaction fees went to about $19. Right now, at the time of recording, it's back down to about $7. Still pretty high in terms of Bitcoin, but here's the conversations that are being had now because of this. And this is what I think is most important, is that people are now talking about what they think is important for the development of this new technology that is Bitcoin, blockchain technology in the form of cryptocurrencies. We have to remember first and foremost that this is absolutely still an experiment. Should be the underlying foundation of anyone who is participating in this, and that shouldn't be necessarily an intimidating or scary thing. It should be an inspiring type of thought. Basically, the fact that this is an experiment, this is a monetary policy and monetary theory that is being experimented with, that isn't controlled by a government or politicians that have arbitrary monetary policies that are changing on a whim, and you know, whole nations are bearing the brunt of that change. Anyway, getting back to the Bitcoin network here, is that some people are optimistic that, you know, this network is being tested, and as such has a chance to improve from this, to learn from this, and the fact that it's being tested in this way, a much more organic way, not from, let's say, a malicious actor or anyone trying to intentionally take down the network. Some people think that Bitcoin should stick to what it's good at, being boring, being simple and solid, and providing immutable transactions on a decentralized network. That is certainly a very, very valuable asset to hold and to transact with. Personally, I kind of err on the side of that as well. There's so many different cryptocurrencies out there that have a lot more freedom to experiment on these different types of ways, that different forms of money, how they can be transacted, stored, and leveraged. I think also what's most important is that we all try to keep an open mind that this is a possibility. It's probably a superficial one that could very well lead to far more creativity and functionality on the Bitcoin blockchain, and it might very well be all the better for it. But that's my main encouragement for you guys, is to try to keep an open mind and to try to remember that we should be doing our best to facilitate creativity and not try to form Bitcoin into a box, you know, that we are comfortable with, because that's going to probably lend to us facilitating the creation of much more of the same old failures that we have had to survive for decades now as a human race, basically. So let's see what a decentralized network can do and what creativity can bring. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit like, hit subscribe. See you tomorrow.